I've been up down the block trying to rise with the stock. Gotta keep pushing plays for the embassy. We getting lit for real, for real, for real. We getting lit for real, for real, for real. We getting lit for real, for real, for real. We getting lit for real, for real, for real.
Oh shoot! No, I'm joking. All right, go ahead.
I'm keeping that in.
No,
but what's up, guys?
No, I'm joking. Go ahead. I don't care.
But what's up, guys? Back here with another video, and I'm here with your boy King Sprint.
Yo.
And we are back.
On?
We're back at it with Marvel Spider-Man, and we're going to be talking about what we want to see.
Yeah, we're back at it like Daniel is with the white shoes. All right, let's go.
But yeah, we're here to talk about what we want for Marvel Spider-Man 2 Part 3, and we're going to take some stuff from The Amazing Trash 2.
Man. And if y'all don't like the video, I heard there's a 90% chance that you'll be stuck looking ugly. So
Dang.
I actually know 100% chance you'll stuck be looking ugly. Man, might transform like Fiona did in Shrek. I would not risk it. I would not risk it. If I were you, I'd hit that like button. Don't risk it. Don't risk it. What do you say? Don't risk it, right?
Don't risk it.
Alright.
And also, if you don't subscribe,
I didn't mean to cut you off.
If you don't subscribe, Ronald McDonald gonna be at your house tonight.
Yeah. Remember that clown from Scary Movie? That's what he gonna do to you. You seen Scary Movie?
Yes.
The only thing is, you ain't gonna be doing what, you know, his character did to the clown. The clown is gonna be having it. You know what? Let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that.
We just kidding with you guys about that though. But the first thing we're gonna. Oh God.
This man AJ, I can imagine his face got white as heck. It's like, oh. Anyways, go ahead, continue.
But we're going to start off with the slingshot mechanic, which is trash in that game. I'm not, just trash in the game. But if they, I want them to fix the mechanic, make it better to where it doesn't go 5 inches.
Then to like 5 inches.
Yes.
Bro, that's less like a slingshot and more like a pea shooter. That thing does not go far at all.
Our advice to you guys, if you plan on getting The Amazing Spider-Man 2 or The Amazing Trash 2,
well, first of all, I wish you a. I'm sorry you're playing that game.
Yes.
I am. I will say that, and then what me and AJ are both gonna say is don't upgrade the slingshot. Just upgrade your web speed. That's all you really need. Don't touch the slingshot. Just don't. It ain't worth it.
All you need for the map is web rush and your just your speed and swinging.
Yeah. Well, first, because web speed itself, it's okay, but the web upgrade makes you move a little faster via web swinging.
Yep. And
so just get that.
So, oh God, I forgot about this. But so, our next one is the ionic webbing. Okay.
Yep. Yes, it is.
So, it's for, well, if you played the Marvel Spider-Man game, you know it's a pain to fight against the Sable army and also the big guys. And what else? Also,
yeah, I'm not sure.
The well, if Miles Morales, if you can get the ion webbing, if you had in there the
no, just in Marvel Spider-Man 2, not just Miles. We're talking about the second game. Well, technically the third game, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but if we get that in the game, okay, it'll be easier to take out armor enemies. Because, for example, in Marvel Spider-Man, you can only beat the crap out of the opponent just to knock off the armor. Now with ionic webbing in the game, in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, you could actually break down their armor
Yeah, which I was saying, well, before we had to redo this one, I said in the previous, take that we should give upgrades for ionic webbing. Now, for the first upgrade, I would say make it so that, for example, if they do bring back, any jetpack enemy, doesn't have to be Sable related, just in general, if they bring back a, or something like that, give us an upgrade to where we can use the ionic webbing to disable the jetpack, because in the first game and dealing with it, well, this is if you also played the DLCs, dealing with the hammerhead guys that had jetpacks, they were annoying because sometimes they would hit you off screen, right? You're not even paying attention, then next thing you know, you just your fire senses goes off.
Yeah,
what did you say?
The shield bash they do.
Yeah, they literally can hit you off screen, so it would be nice to be able to disable the backpack. I mean the jetpack, I said backpack. Anyways. Well, jetpack, backpack, whatever. Basically, make it so that they can't use it anymore. And then another upgrade I would say is, actually, what would you want for a second upgrade?
Honestly, hold on.
Yeah, take your time, because I know I said jetpack, but actually, how about this? What would you want for the first upgrade? How about we just say dealing with jetpacks are for the second upgrade?
Yeah. So for the first upgrade, as we know, breaking down like armored enemies, and also if like
well, it does that by itself. Remember?
True. But okay,
so
breaking down big guns instead of
that would be good. That would be good.
Because webbing them up and throwing them is a big hassle unless you got impact webbing or web bomb.
Well, I don't even think you can like pick up the bigger guns. You can't even pick up the bigger enemies.
But yeah. So for example, the hammerhead, the big guys for hammerhead, they will have miniguns, and it's a hassle to beat them because you cannot web them up whatsoever.
Yeah.
So if we get a big enemy like that again, ionic webbing can come in break down the gun with a minigun or whatever kind of gun they got, and then you can practically at least pull it out of their hands or punch them one good time and break the weapon.
Well, if we're talking about ionic webbing, they would have to web the weapon. You mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you mean. It definitely would come in handy.
Yep. Okay. So the next one is the seismic blast, because man, that is very OP in the other game, but it takes too long to charge.
Yeah. I mean, that's the reason why they wanted you to upgrade it, so that you can, speed up the charge rate.
Yeah. So,
yeah, you go.
No, you go.
No, you.
God dang it.
You go, because that's all I was going to say.
Okay. So, for enemies, like big enemies in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, you can stun them, which makes it to where you can get free hits off. And also for like normal sized opponents, you could knock them back and also knock them out. That way you can go ahead and weld them up instead of fighting more enemies.
Yeah.
Alright, now your take.
I actually just thought for the say in the how we got upgrades for it where it just sped up the charge rate? How about we just, instead of having multiple upgrades focus on the charge rate, how about we just have one focus on the charge rate that speeds it up? Let's just say it's not going to be called level 2, but basically this upgrade, it charges it instantly.
Yeah.
The first one. And then the next upgrade we get for it, let's just say we can if we're able to, I would say it would be nice for the second upgrade to be where we're able to this can be used in a stealth situation, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. But say, alright, you know how Spider-Man has impact webbing?
Yeah.
And web blossom, right?
Yes.
So what if, well, ignore the impact webbing. That's basically what it does on its own. It's gonna, you know, hit them. It probably won't send them flying unless you're, you know, a smaller enemy. But the web blossom, I was thinking, what if that can be the second upgrade, where instead of just focusing on one guy, we can just, you know, twirl around and hit multiple with the seismic blast.
Yeah.
Think of it as crowd control, because sometimes, you know, especially on ultimate, they really surround you in the game. So it would be nice to just have that to, you know, get them to back off.
Yeah. Another thing it made me think about whenever you brought up stealth situations. Okay. Wait a minute. Seismic blast.
What?
We kind of already got something like that in the game.
And what's that?
Concussive blast.
Not really, because what concussive blast does is it disorients them. Yeah, it does, but it's not something you can necessarily, you know, use multiple times without recharging.
Sure.
Unlike seismic blast, where you can use it more consistently.
Yeah.
Well, what I mean by charging is concussive blast has a meter. Seismic blast does not. So let's just say, for gameplay sake, we replace concussive blast with seismic blast. Let's just say that.
Okay. Now, if we do get seismic blast, I already know, like, you know how, okay, in stealth missions you can shoot webs at objects to make your opponent, you know, like, go around and look at it, and you can get the stealth take off. So I said take down, but
yeah, I know what you mean.
But seismic blast, okay, so it just, okay, we're like in a stealth mission, but like we're inside a church. We use the seismic blast to hit the bell. Now that, for people that has, okay, like for example, that'll that'll distract them for a minute. But for some of the enemies that are close to the bell, it'll make them not even knock out, but be on the ground. Yeah, give them a headache. And at that point, you can just take them down.
Actually, I just had an idea. Now, if we do get symbiote enemies, it would be perfect for those in stealth situations. If we do get them, but
that's
even still, AJ's idea still works, because actually it doesn't even need to be a bell, because what if we could just, you know, anything that can, you know, send out sound waves.
Yeah. Ooh, because the thing, okay, that's if they want to take, like, you know, Web of Shadows type road with the whole.
Well, that's what I was saying, but I don't know. That's why I stopped, because I didn't want to just assume.
Yeah. I mean, if they do, that'll be some good gameplay. I ain't gonna care.
I mean, we can't just say it will, because we have yet to play the game, and that's also a big if. We can, because you and I have terrible luck with finding PS5s. Anyways, let's not get sidetracked.
And for, alright, those are for like gadgets and power, well, suit powers and whatnot. Now for story and side missions, what I want to see for. Alright, so I had to make a little cut. But I
mean, you don't have to tell them that.
I mean, they're gonna be like, what happened? Why you cut? Why were you swinging? But yeah.
I
So
mean, you can include that in the video itself.
So, a villain I want to see in the game, other than Craven and Venom, that we already seen for the trailer and heard.
Well, we're just assuming. We still don't know what Venom's contributing.
Yeah. But for one villain I want to see the Lizard. They teased them in Marvel Spider-Man. If you hadn't seen it, I will put a spoiler warning.
Yeah.
And I gotta find, and actually, yeah, I gotta find a time where you guys can skip. But in the post-credit scene, in the credit scene, we get a hint of Dr. Connors being in the game, working for Norman.
Yeah.
So people were like, well, not even people, but I was like, okay, so in the next Spider-Man game, we might be getting the Lizard. And if we do, I just want him as a side mission, since we know he's not going to be like, main villain, but have him as a side mission. So, for example, Peter and Miles are, the crew is hanging together, aka the crew as in MJ, Peter, Miles, and Genki. They're just hanging out at the home base, and they start hearing on the news that there's a lizard out on the streets. Well, a reptilian humanoid running around on the streets. A creature running around the streets terrorizing New York. And that's just a side mission. So we go around the city and we find people that have seen the monster or either come in contact with it.
Yep.
And most likely we're gonna see some like dark things around, like, okay, for example, a body bag.
Please have him bite someone's head off.
Well, we already know if we get a scene of
like the credit scene from the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Well, the deleted scene, but yeah, still do that. Actually, it'd be funny if that's how the whole Venom bite people's heads off started. He was like, oh, let's just make a reference to the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Bruh.
Reptile bit someone's head off, therefore Venom's gonna bite people's heads off.
Bruh.
Different Venom, not the Venom we're talking about in the game. Different Venom.
Well, we know that this Venom is artificial. He was created in the lab.
Yeah.
We already know that for a fact.
They seem to really like referencing the Ultimate series of comics, because that happened in there too.
Yep. And they also tried to do that for the Andrew Garfield movies. So,
you just say the Amazing Spider-Man movie series.
The Amazing Spider-Man movie series. They were going to do that for the third movie, but not even going to go into that.
I was gonna say,
I'll talk about that.
We all know that's a mouthful to say the Amazing Spider-Man movie series, but we all know y'all probably have bigger things in your mouth. Alright, let me stop. Anyways, continue. Just continue. You were saying you were saying the lizard.
Alright, so we get like photos and stuff of the lizard being found by like civilians around the city, and for some of the sites we see, we find body bags and stuff. So Peter, or either if we're playing as Peter or either Miles at that point, maybe both, they'll have to search around the crime scene because a lot of blood and stuff. So I'm putting this.
Well, it depends. If there is a lot of blood, that would mean the game is rated M. But let's just keep going.
But yeah, I mean, the game is supposed to be, because of how it was started off in the trailers, I think it's going to be like a darker tone to the movie.
Yeah, but darker tone doesn't necessarily mean rated M.
Well, not a lot of blood, but just like
we're getting sidetracked, which is.
But just say we just find body bags around and we have to search around the crime scene along with the police.
Yeah.
And then we found out that Dr. Connors went missing for a couple of weeks.
Actually, let's go back a little. Wouldn't it have made sense that we've already met Connors first before we just like, he went missing? It would make more sense if we met him, you know,
when Harry
before
came back.
Huh?
Alright. I'm thinking, okay, if we meet him about around when, you know, Harry comes back, come out of Oscorp, and like the next day we go into Oscorp to visit Harry, but we bump into Dr. Connors.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm thinking we can do it like that. And
well,
then,
if we bump into him, that's not really like, you know. Oh
like
yeah, actually, but then again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just we need some way to, you know, have some interaction with him.
Yeah.
Be like, oh yeah, I met him at Oscorp. He was one of the lead genetics or whatever.
And not only that, he can be also. I mean, we can meet him up with like Harry, because you know.
Yeah.
Harry can be like, he's the guy that helped me with my cancer. So
we don't even know what the disease was. I don't think it was cancer. I think it was something.
They stated that it was cancer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think it was like stage 4 or something.
Okay.
Because he mentioned it, like he got his cancer from his mom. So.
Well, I mean that's not how it works. I don't think it was
leukemia.
Cancer.
He got leukemia.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't cancer.
He got leukemia. I had to think about it for a minute. I was like, I played the game recently already, so let me.
Because I was gonna say cancer ain't genetic, but yeah, we're cutting this part out. But yeah, cancer's not genetic.
Yeah. And
leukemia, I think, is. Anyways, continue.
So we meet Dr. Connors with Harry, because he's still running tests on Harry to see if he's alright. And that's where we meet Dr. Connors for the first time. So during the time they're looking for the lizard, they find out from either the news or either Harry that Dr. Connors went missing for weeks. So as they're investigating, they find out, and I'm thinking like, okay, they can find, while he's out on a rampage, they find a lab coat with the name, with Oscorp on the back. And
actually, before that, sorry to interrupt, but I was thinking, before that, Connors can somewhat hint to them what he was working on. Like, he can say, oh, I'm working on this serum, but he doesn't have to say what the serum is. And also, another thing is, because we all know MJ's nosy, so she's probably gonna go poke around, see what kind of serum it was, and be like, a serum to help you regenerate your limbs like a reptile or something. Because that's basically what it was whenever we played MJ in the first game. She was very nosy, so I wouldn't be surprised if she, just snoops around. Hopefully this will all be cutscene related and we won't have to play it, because Jesus Christ. Anyways. But, hopefully it's just all in the cutscene, and then she calls Peter and she's like, I think Kurt Connors was working on a serum to help him regenerate his limb, but instead, and then just sends him a picture of what it says and what the serum is supposed to do. But Peter can be like, oh, he must have not have calculated that this would have happened, because I don't know, just some science jargon, because Peter's one of the smartest people on the planet.
Yep.
But yeah, I just thought that would help.
It would
dive into the whole lizard stuff.
So, yeah, they'll at a crime scene, they'll find a Oscorp jacket that has Dr. Connors' name tag on it. So they assume that he was either taken or a victim of the Lizard's crusade. But once, like you said, MJ finds out like what happens, because nosy and all of that, she's kind of a big help to Peter due to the fact that he needs help with investigating things along the way.
she's a big help when she's not getting him into the situation she's in. Yeah.
Yeah, like how she did with Sable.
Yep.
Darn you, MJ.
But no, let's not get sidetracked with MJ, you know, pulling off these outrageous, you know, stunts.
Yeah, that's Peter's job.
Yeah. You know, you were saying that they could find out that he was one of the, he was a possible, you know, victim in you know, just him going on a rampage.
But then once MJ notified him that he's the reason why the rampage is going on anyway, they'll have to trace him down. So
yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong, almost every illustration we see is a torn Oscorp jacket version of Dr. Connors.
Yeah, I think so.
So what if while they're investigating that jacket they find a piece of his you know, skull or DNA of the lizard?
Yeah.
So they go back to that jacket. Well, they actually, never mind, I was gonna bring her up but I forgot. Oh, I was gonna bring her up.
Yep.
Oh God. But
that's what I'm saying.
Dang, I forgot.
It's so hard not to.
Oh.
It is so hard not to say anything about it.
But we can bring. Well, I don't know. They gonna keep the evidence or not? But they might.
I don't know. It all depends.
Also, I don't know. We don't know how many years this is gonna take place after the events of Marvel Spider-Man and Miles Morales. So we might get to see Uncle Aaron again.
Well, it's gonna be off of Miles Morales because that was the latest one. So, yeah. So you're right. We don't know how many years.
So another thing we might be able to do is, so they tracked the lizard by his DNA that was left on the lab coat. If they go back to that evidence.
Yep.
So while they do that, we're most likely gonna see we're most likely gonna have to track him down. Like, okay, for say going to the Arkham games, Arkham Knight, you had to track down Man-Bat. You might have to do it like that.
Well, you couldn't track down Man-Bat. It was more like he popped up when he popped up.
True.
You didn't really track him. He popped up whenever
he wanted to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now, it would make more sense if we were talking about when it came to like tracking stuff like alcohol and blood. Then then we would have to do that. But I mean, I think that's how Peter actually tracked. No, not Peter. Miles. Miles actually was able to track that cat. So it will probably be something like that.
I mean, Peter had to do the same thing with chemicals and whatnot due to the hairy.
Well, I'm talking about the cat because we literally had to follow a trail. So I'm saying it could be done like that.
Oh yeah, he did. Peter did do something similar. Remember that fake Spider-Man incident?
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. That was I actually did not like that side mission. But that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is the Miles. I said the Miles. How Miles tracks people. That's how we can track the lizard in the game, just by using his DNA sample, whether it's a scale, a piece of his claw, etc. But yeah, that's how we would be able to track him. And then of course, when we're tracking him, there's probably gonna be a boss fight, and then after we beat said boss fight, we
well,
take
before that
Connors before
that we might have to make a cure for Dr. Connors.
Well, obviously we're gonna make a cure, but we're still gonna they're still gonna have to take him to the police station.
True.
or drop him somewhere, and then maybe Spider-Man can leave a note like he has done before.
It's like, you have been saved by your sincerely Spider-Man.
That's not something he would say.
Well, the cocky version of Peter, but yeah.
He'll be like, found your rampaging lizard. Or something like that, I don't know. But anyways,
I mean,
just slap that note on him, and then but then again, if Peter does know Connors more, he might have more respect, but since this version of Peter doesn't know much about Connors, he might just be like, alright, found your lizard, take him in, and then,
I mean, then again,
it would help, it will help if Peter places his phone somewhere, so that, not his phone, but like, took pictures, so that there's more evidence to show that Connors is the lizard.
No, he has. The inside of his mask is literally a camera.
Well, I'm also saying, because I didn't know if this Spider-Man still used an actual camera.
Yeah, he doesn't. For whenever he goes around.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. His mask is a camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, think about it. Those shots might be blurry or not. We don't know. Because this man's also in the middle of a fight himself.
True.
He's not gonna be like. Alright, so before this fight, can I see your good side, Connors? Like, he's not gonna say that. So this is why I'm saying, yeah, we could take pictures of him in the fight, but it'd be better if we had a camera on the side, like just place it somewhere.
Oh, I know another thing. They might do it to where. Alright, so we might get 2 boss battles. Just putting that out there. Cause okay, one, we find the lizard, we fight him, and we already know that he's Dr. Connors. So we try to talk Connors out of doing something, but this is where he's trying to keep in, saying that he was trying to control it before, but he can't now. So that means he previously already turned himself into the lizard and was able to control it. But now the lizard is taking control of him, so he's struggling to take back control. But due to the lizard being an overpowered mindset of the separate mindset of Connors, he's just gonna tap back in and continue fighting, or either get away. Yeah. So that way, he won't be held against his actions as being a lizard, since he wasn't in the right state of mind, because he was being controlled by another personality.
I mean, that hasn't stopped them before from
putting that man in arresting him, or either putting him in a mental hospital.
You're thinking of the first game.
Yeah, they put that man in the mental hospital.
Yeah. We're talking about the Amazing Spider-Man, by the way. We're not talking about, Marvel Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, that can basically be what we'll do with Connors. We shouldn't, go too much into detail, because I feel like the more we talk about it, the more we're just gonna keep going on and on about Connors.
Yeah. Time for Sprint's villain that he wanted to see. Beetle.
Now, I was thinking the Beetle, because we have not seen him since
Ultimate Spider-Man.
We haven't seen him since the Ultimate Spider-Man, but even then, before that, he appeared in Spider-Man 2. But I'm not talking about like the movie one. I'm talking about the one that came out in 90s, early 2000s, I think. Yeah, that one. It was Spider-Man Enter Electro.
Yes,
that one was called. Yeah, it was that one. He made a short appearance in that game, but in the Ultimate Spider-Man, yeah, he was in it, but in this case, let's focus on the Marvel Spider-Man 2. I would say he doesn't even need to be like someone we actually, for one, let's make sure he doesn't pop out of nowhere. I was gonna say he doesn't have to be someone we focus on, but yeah, it'd be nice if, hindsight, we got like, just a bit of, story, story explanation to be like, oh, the Beetle. Peter. Well, let's say Peter just, gets a tip from MJ because MJ is nosy like that. Anyways, MJ is like, oh, some person called the Beetle is, he has a bounty on you from someone else, but let's just say it was Fisk. Fisk put the bounty on Spider-Man. Huh?
Because Fisk would be a person to do that since that nigga is in jail.
Yeah. But no, let's just say Fisk puts the bounty on Spider-Man, for the Beetle to go take him out, and then that's how we get introduced to the Beetle. It doesn't have to be something, It's not like we have to give this, focus on the whole backstory of this character, because if he's, just on a... We can give him some character development and be like, he really needs the money. Let's just say he has,
Alright, so give him
he
that
has
Sandman
kids.
sob.
He has kids.
So practically give him the Sandman sob story.
Well, no, because I was gonna say, the kids aren't really, the kids know what he does, but they don't, they don't judge him for it. But I don't know, they don't need kids. I was just thinking of that as an example, but no, he doesn't need kids. For all we know, this man just wants to take out Spider-Man because, it's Spider-Man, and actually, yeah. Fuck them kids. Anyways, let's just let's cut the kids out of the, the exposition. Let's just say this man wants to take out Spider-Man because he realizes it will boost his cred. And if he gets his cred boosted, then that means more people want to hire him, which means more money. So he has his own little motivation for taking out Spider-Man. It's a selfish one, but it's motivation nonetheless.
True.
So that's how we can introduce him. As of how Fisk found him, let's just say Fisk, cause even though he's in jail, he still has connects, so he probably got recommended to Fisk through one of, Fisk connects. And then they said, oh, this bounty hunter, the Beetle, is, he's one of the best. He's one of the best out there. If you need something done, he can get it done. That's basically how they get introduced.
I'm still on the fact that they never told us who paid Taskmaster. Maybe it probably was this.
Yeah, we did. It was an organization. We just don't know who runs it.
Shield?
Huh?
I said it might have been Shield. I don't know.
I mean, but Taskmaster was an ex-Shield agent, remember?
True.
He's not with Shield anymore.
I mean, we gotta hit the AIM in Alchemax.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna save that for another video because... Yeah, I'm gonna save that for another video.
I just threw this man all the way off the building.
Anyways, while AJ just commits mass murder,
No.
what else you want to talk about?
Wait, let me cut here, cause my mom just called me.
I'll catch you in a bit. Let me just finish this up with AJ.
Alright, so we're done with the Beetle, right? Or do you have anything else on? Okay.
Cause fuck them kids.
Alright. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And check out King Sprint's channel. He does similar content to me, and I do similar content to his channel. And yeah, get that man to... How many subscribers you trying to aim for right now?
Well, I would say let's just focus on getting at 350, cause I'm already at 314. Now, that's thanks to help to y'all. But let's just focus on getting halfway there. I'm also happy with going to 320. I'm just focused on small goals. I'm not trying to be like, oh, let's go to 400. let's be realistic. Let's go to 320 and then focus on 350. Yeah, so 320 is fine.
Yeah, and I'm on the road to 200 subs, and I'm honestly happy if I just get the 180 or 160. I wouldn't mind. But if you guys do like my content and like other similar content that me and Sprint does, just go check out our channels, and also the other boy, well, the homies, you can go check out theirs too. Except for the Flamefist 18. I'm just kidding.
Bruh. I was gonna say, why you adding them? It was just us two making a video.
I know they need support too. Yeah, I need to support them as well.
Alright.
And yeah, let us know what you want to see for Marvel Spider-Man 2 as well. Cause we went off for at least like what 30 minutes on this.
I was gonna say, and please actually say something. Don't comment something down below like, oh, I want to see that. I want to see you not make content, or I want to see this video get deleted. Because you're the kind of person that no one loves. All right, let me chill.
Dog.
Let me chill. Let me chill.
But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Later.